Imagine a plane so big it can carry tanks, helicopters, and even missiles across the world. A plane that has been in service for over 50 years and still has no true replacement. Today, we're taking a look inside the C-5 Galaxy, the U.S. Air Force's massive cargo beast. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why this plane is so unique and how it manages to move such massive loads safely across the globe. The C-5 Galaxy isn't just any cargo plane. It's been flying since the Nixon era and has a reputation for carrying the heaviest military equipment anywhere, anytime. From tanks to helicopters, it can swallow enormous cargo like it's nothing. Today, we'll explore how it works, what makes it special, and why pilots respect it so much. The massive nose. Let's start with the nose. And yes, it's huge. In fact, the entire front of the plane, not just the door, swings upward. Imagine the size of a city bus and add a few extra feet. That's the opening, 19 feet wide and 13 feet tall. This nose isn't light. It weighs as much as a fully loaded 18-wheeler. It's held up by hydraulics strong enough to cut steel. The plane can carry everything from Minuteman missiles to Apache helicopters, making it extremely versatile. Quick question: can you picture rolling a tank into a plane this way? Drop a comment if that amazes you as much as it does me. Kneeling to load. Now here's something most planes can't do: kneeling. The C-5 uses its landing gear hydraulics to bow forward. The cargo floor drops from 10 feet to about 3 feet off the ground. That's roughly truck bed height. This makes loading heavy vehicles like the M1 Abrams tank much safer and smoother. Without this feature, a 70-ton tank might slide backward or scrape its undercarriage. But with the kneeling ability, it rolls in effortlessly, almost like it's being invited inside. Cargo bay space. Step inside, and you'll see why this plane is called a Galaxy. The cargo bay is 121 feet long. That's longer than the Wright brothers' first flight by 13 feet. The floor is covered with rails for a pallet system, a design standard since the Vietnam War. Over 8,300 tie-down rings allow crews to secure everything tightly. Every chain, every anchor matters because turbulence can turn a tank into a wrecking ball. The efficiency is incredible. Vehicles can enter through the back and exit through the front, no reversing needed. In Vietnam, tanks even drove straight into combat from the plane. Today, it's mostly for speed, but the capability still exists. Balance and safety. Moving all this cargo isn't just about size, it's also about balance. The C-5's loadmaster uses a tablet to calculate the exact center of gravity. Think of balancing a pencil on your finger, except this pencil weighs over 720,000 pounds. Place tanks too far forward or back, and the plane could struggle to take off or become hard to control. When a tank rolls in, airmen secure it with 40 chains rated for 25,000 pounds each. That's 70 tons held in place to prevent it from moving during flight. Every inch matters. Flexing floor and structure. Here's a fun fact. The cargo floor isn't rigid. It can flex under the weight of heavy vehicles. Those ribs along the walls aren't decorative. They transfer hundreds of thousands of pounds to the wings, ensuring the plane stays structurally balanced. It's a bit like a snake swallowing prey, flexible yet strong. This design ensures that even when fully loaded, the plane handles safely during takeoff, flight, and landing. The cockpit. Climbing into the cockpit is like stepping into a control room 3 stories high. The C-5 has 3 crew positions: pilot, co-pilot, and flight engineer. Unlike modern airliners that rely mostly on digital systems, the Galaxy keeps analog backups. This ensures the plane can continue flying even if computers fail. The flight controls might look small, but they operate hydraulics that move huge surfaces like elevators and rudders. The rudder alone is 1,200 square feet. That's bigger than many homes. Taxi and takeoff. Taxiing requires careful planning. The main wheels sit 110 feet behind the nose wheel. It's like driving a car where your back wheels are in your neighbor's yard. Takeoff needs long runways, around 8,400 feet. At rotation speed, the nose lifts first, pivoting on the main wheels. Then, the wings generate enough lift to carry 720,000 pounds into the sky. For the engines, each of the 4 General Electric DF39 turbofans produces 43,000 pounds of thrust. That's more combined pushing power than the space shuttle at sea level. Fuel and range. The C-5 can carry 51,750 gallons of fuel in 12 tanks. As fuel burns, the plane's balance changes, so the flight engineer transfers fuel to maintain stability. In-flight refueling is possible too. The KC-135 can pump in 200,000 pounds of fuel, doubling the plane's weight mid-air. This allows the Galaxy to reach almost anywhere in the world without stopping. Landing. Landing this giant is a precise process. The plane descends on a steeper glide slope than normal due to its massive weight. The 28 wheels deploy carefully to manage speed and stability. Once wheels touch down, spoilers reduce 40% of the lift, and thrust reversers redirect 35% of engine power forward to slow the plane. Brakes absorb 160 million foot-pounds of energy, reaching 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a combination of engineering and skill that allows the C-5 to land safely even when fully loaded. Versatility and legacy. The C-5 Galaxy isn't picky about where it lands. It can operate from rough fields, dirt strips, highways, and even icy surfaces. Unlike many modern cargo planes that demand perfect long runways, the Galaxy can touch down safely almost anywhere that is reasonably flat. This versatility is part of what has kept it in service for over 50 years. Over the decades, 3 separate companies have tried to design a replacement capable of matching the Galaxy's size, range, and payload, but none succeeded. That's why the US Air Force is investing billions to keep the existing fleet flying well into 2040. Upgrades include modern engines that improve efficiency, digital cockpits to help crews operate more effectively, and reinforced wings to handle extreme loads. These improvements ensure that the Galaxy remains not just operational, but relevant for today's missions. When you see the plane's massive nose tilt skyward at an airbase, it's more than a cargo door in motion. It's a statement. This is a machine built to go anywhere, carry almost anything, and deliver where others cannot. The C-5 Galaxy doesn't just fly, it expands the limits of where and how military logistics can happen, making it one of the most remarkable aircraft ever built. Conclusion. So next time you hear about the C-5 Galaxy, remember it's not just big, it's smart, flexible, and built to move the impossible. If you enjoyed this peek inside one of the largest planes on Earth, go ahead and like this video, subscribe for more amazing aircraft stories, and check out our next video for another incredible military machine.